Ladies and gentlemen, the info for the next Arknights standard banner is here. After Fiometa and Exia, it's time for Phantom and Rosa. With Rosa and Waifu should be in the shop. Look at that, a bunch of cats, and a bear. And oh boy 3 specialist. So, does this banner worth it to gacha? Let's see each of the operators first. First, the 6 star, we have Phantom. Phantom is an executor with an ability to summon a clone of himself. It has the same ability as him, but slightly lower stats. With the help of his clone you can double the damage to the enemies. Or using the clone for something like intercepting enemy from a different spot. For skills, he got a wide variety of skills for different situations. For skill 1 he will get a 50% physical dodge, and a shield that can absorb some physical damage. Great to use when you need him to block a powerful attack or become a bait unit. Though when you don't need his clone, or you are against something besides physical damage, it's typically better to use Gravel with her skill 2. For skill 2, Phantom will have some charges of attack. It's a great DPS option especially when partnered with his clone. But each of his attack will lose 1 charge and making each attack weaker. So he might need to be deployed again to defeat an enemy that is too bulky. As for skill 3, it's his crowd control skill. With the ability to nuke enemies upon deployment. Pushes them slightly from his position. And randomly inflict the following effect. A decent crowd control skill especially when fighting against low def crowd. But since the debuff he inflicted is random, it can be bothersome in some situation. As for the other 6 star we have Rosa. Rosa is a besieger sniper that can ignore some of the heavy enemy's defense. And increase the USSG member's attack when she is in the squad. It's either her skill 2 or skill 3 that you will often use. Skill 2 is a DPS option with the ability to attack another target and increase her attack. While skill 3 is more situational, she will bind up to 4 heaviest enemies in range. Dealing pretty big damage in each second, and the bind duration is also quite long. Now moving to the 5 stars, first let's see Waifu. Like Phantom she is also an executor specialist. Mainly used to reduce enemies' attack or silence a certain enemy. She can reduce quite a big number of enemy attack. And with her skill 2 she can delay AoE attack that silence multiple enemies. But you need to take down the enemy fast. As her silence only lasts 8 seconds after deployment. Now for the other cats, we have Kazemaru. Kazemaru is a 5 star doll keeper. Unlike others, she can call her substitute even when she's not dead with her skill 2. With her talent and skill 2 she can frequently nuke enemies with arts damage. And having another attacker to help you clear the stage for some time. Overall, a good 5 star specialist. And for the last cat, we have Swire. Swire is an instructor guard, and like other instructors, she also buffs other units. Specifically melee unit. But I must say her buff is quite weak and can't be used often. With her skill 2 at max you can give a plus 36% attack bonus to the melee unit. Not really a big number, especially since it has a 45 SP cost. And to make matter worse this skill is an offensive charge type. But could be useful if you're going to stack it with other buffer unit. So with all of that said, should you pull this banner? Most likely no. Operators in this banner are not someone I would recommend in general. And I suggest you wait for the upcoming new operators banner. Or a better standard banner. Phantom is a great operator to have both for newbie or long time player. But if you are aiming to get Texas Alter, might as well wait for her, as she's considered a better executor in general. As for Rosa, she is a good operator to handle heavyweight or bulky enemies. Can provide good DPS and her skill 3 is one of a kind. Not someone I would call extraordinary, but she is a good operator to have. And if you think she's for you, better buy her from the shop. For the 5 stars, it's mostly Swire that I don't recommend. Kazemaru is good, while Waifu can be very nice. She is typically useful for her silencing ability. but you might already have other alternatives. That should be all. Adios.